Right?
He was a bitch-ass nigga, for real.
Did you call me a bitch-ass nigga?
Don't fucking say that.
Bitch-ass nigga? Huh?
Hey, oh, fuck. Hey, man. Hey, man, get off this shit. Ain't do shit. Get off it, man. I can't get his fucking arm. Roll over. Get over my head, man. Roll over.
Fruitvale Station is a powerful, sensitive feature that was directed by Ryan Coogler. It follows a true story of Oscar Grant's life. It imaginatively reconstructs the last 24 hours of the 22-year-old who was shot in the back by a white transit police officer at an Oakland BART station on New Year's Day in 2009. The emotions I experienced while watching the film was heartbreak, anger, sympathy, and sadness.
Fuck all that shit, alright? This ain't the time, bro. Shit, bitch.
Anger because the film is not just about police brutality, but the representation of race within this brutality. The police are shown to be predominantly against different races and treat them differently than if they were Caucasian. An example of this is shown when the police officers do not take the group of white males who started the fight on the train. Sympathy and sadness. Making Oscar human was what they were going for in this film. Oscar Grant was portrayed to be a loving family man who aimed to set his wrongdoings right. It caused sadness within me as I watched the brutal event unfold and happen to an innocent man. Heartbreak. I felt as if I experienced what his family did due to the devastating story, but also the great acting. The production designer, Hannah Beachler, pulled colors from the environment that surrounded the life and death of Oscar while retaining a vivid realism in the design. The colors they used came from paintings of Oscar and the colors you would see every day in Oakland and in the BART stations. The control of the background was taken with consideration as the people walking around and the poverty-stricken streets weren't hidden but rather shown, which added to the theme of the storyline. Ryan Coogler also wanted to embrace a one-point perspective throughout the film, signifying Oscar's want for change and reflection we see Oscar go through his last day. Producing the most effective color scheme was paramount. Hannah Beachler was attracted to the idea of the certain elements that failed Oscar that are meant to make our lives better and essentially help us from day to day, such as his job.
You can start me off with one shift a week or whatever. I'll be here. Work me 40 hours. Only pay me for 20.
Dude, I hired somebody else.
Prison. The hospital.
He didn't like to be alone.
And BART. All places that are meant to give us forward momentum. She instinctively felt the urge to layer institutional and rehabilitation-themed scenes in yellow. Yellow being the color that separates us from danger, such as cautionary police tape. The look of the film was gritty and realistic aesthetic, giving Fruitvale its authenticity. The film is realistic. It is shot within the actual city blocks of California and the train station, giving the movie an impression of realism. Fruitvale Station follows a man and gives the audience an insight into how many people live their lives. Oscar Grant is dressed in a racially stereotypical way. Ryan Coogler described Oscar's look as the East Bay uniform for a lot of black men at the time. The uniform consisted of an oversized black hoodie, XXL white or black t-shirt, baggy pants, and a black knit cap, which is what we see Oscar wearing in the film. The kitchen is white to bounce off the idea of Oscar's clothing. Oscar's world, his environment, his clothes contain grey, black and white, suggesting the grey area, such as his room, reflecting the transition of him becoming a man and leaving his past behind. Blue became Oscar's safe and cleansing color. The shower, the water, and the color blue were shown in moments where Oscar was freed from the things weighing him down to the last scene with his partner and his daughter. The main idea for using the color blue was for it to melt into the story and become a brush stroke amongst all the brush strokes. Places where Oscar felt most comfortable were given warm tones like blue, beige, green, and red. An example of visual metaphor shown in the film is the scene where a car speeds by, which ultimately strikes the innocent pit bull and does not stop. The dog is fatally wounded and is left to die. Black males are like pit bulls. We never hear about the pit bull doing any good in the media. Whenever they are seen in the news, it's for getting shot and killed or shooting and killing somebody. They are labeled vigorous, inhumane, and left to die on the street. They have a stigma attached to them. The director uses amazing mise-en-scene. An example is shown in a scene in Oscar's grandmother's house. The placement of the fridge, filled with family pictures and memories, is shown in the same frame when the family holds hands and prays together, indicating that they are a close-knit family. The film's cinematography is said to have captured the look, feel, and tone needed to tell Oscar's story. Cinematographer Rachel Morrison shot the movie as if we were part of Oscar's circle or friends and family. She put the audience in the center of things to let us connect emotionally with the character. The entire movie was shot handheld to make the audience feel like a silent observer by exploring the world Oscar lives in. They used a 16mm film to achieve the grain and grit of the 1960s news footage, the documentary era, to make the audience feel like they are watching something real and authentic as it unfolded. It gave the film a naturalistic look. There were camera angles of medium close-ups and medium longs that forces the viewer to pay attention to specific characters' movement and facial expressions. Low-key lighting is used throughout the film, creating the dramatic look and feel. It contributed to the overall success of the film, making it a must-see.